All right, bang, we in this thing. We back. It's the motherfucking No Invite podcast. Yes, I cuss, but you know what? It's okay because that's what I do. You know what I mean? No one said I was perfect. Yeah, I ain't never claimed to be, but it's a special occasion. We got a longtime friend, longtime collaborator, a young, aspiring, and I'm going to just go ahead and say that you are doing what you're doing, and that's the most important part. But Sai Lena, how you doing?
I'm doing good, man. I'm doing super good. Super excited to be back with you.
A friend of the podcast. You've been here before.
Yes, definitely. Feel good to be back.
And for those people that we welcoming back to know you and know already what you're about, welcome everybody. And for those people that are tuning in for the first time, please let them know who you are and what exactly it is that you like to do.
All right, you guys, my name is Sai Lena, and I am the CEO and owner of Tupper Financial Solutions and Amacare Private Home Care Solutions. I assist people with getting their credit to excellent condition, as well as eliminating their debt. I also educate, evaluate, and help elevate anything that has to do with you financially. We had just now launched some new services, as well as taking people onto the next level in entrepreneurship, as well as business, credit, taxes, a host of things that we have to offer, but also stepping it up a notch to make sure that the seniors are taken care of. And the in-home care industry.
Many hats, wearing many different hats, doing a lot of different positive things out there. I see you moving and striving, and I'm very proud. Because I always knew that you were capable of a lot, even when you were young, real athletic, doing what you were doing. So I knew that no matter whatever you decided to get involved with you were going to be the best at it. So that's how I feel like I see you growing, and it's just an honor to have you on the show. I know that you've been flying around a little bit. It's been a long journey. So I wanted to ask you exactly like what is the plan for this year coming up? Because a lot of people don't exactly know what they're getting themselves into as far as financially, you know what I mean? Especially after the holidays with all the things going on, spending money, and some people are just not really working well with their money, or some people just don't know maybe what to do with their money. You know what I mean? How is it that you could help them, and what it is that you're doing right now with that?
Okay, well, yes, I have been around. Definitely been flying around, been a bird this year. And I got to give it back. I got to give it really up to God because I've been blessed. I took a step out on faith and followed my heart when it comes down to my career and what I feel I was able to give as an entrepreneur. And I went and got the training that I needed, and I took it and I applied it. Mm-hmm. And when I applied it, it has allowed me to be so successful in my business, and it allowed me to continue to be a student and a mentor at the same time. And it's put me in different places. So I've been moving around in 2020.
It's been taking you places.
It's been taking me places, and I'm proud. I'm really proud to even be able to come back home and bring it back home. But for 2021. A lot of people, like you said, are spending money crazy, especially at the end of the year, holidays in and out. I was going live telling a lot of people what we wanted to do was to be looking at the actual spending money that you have and budgeting that. Sometimes when you say budget, it goes right over a person's head. But when you put spending and budgeting, I
can't spend no money. Is what they're saying.
Budgeting mean I can't spend nothing. But when you put spending and budgeting together, you probably got somebody's attention. Yeah. I'm not telling you can't spend your money, but you need to be looking at how you spending the money you spending.
Exactly.
It ain't a problem for you to look at the value in what you're buying and look at it if it's a necessity or not. Mm-hmm. I have to sometime I learned that self-care is withdrawing from certain things. I went 2 months without my nails done, and I had people hitting me up like, "What's up? What's up with your fingers,
hey,
bro?"
That's big because you know how that goes, especially with women with nails. Like,
I help people with their credit, so all I'm doing is putting it. I gotta look good while I'm doing this, But I had to also know that my hands need a break, and my pocket need that break too, because I'm clocking in 185%. When I'm sitting down. My nail game went up when my bracket went up.
Definitely.
And I know there's women that make more money than me right now who nail game might be stronger than that, but my nail game went up. And when I'm sitting down getting my nails done, that's eyebrows and feet, and that's just going into a nail salon as a woman. And we think about going out now. You want to go buy your kids some stuff. We still got to make sure. Right now, there's a lot of people who really wondering if they gonna be able to pay their rent.
Definitely.
But we filling up the malls. You know what I mean? Shoes selling out, but people don't want to respond back about fixing their credit. You know what I mean? You asked for information, but yet I see you dipped in sauce. You know what I mean? But
a lot of short term.
It's the mindset. You know, so going into 2021, what I would tell people is we have to brace ourselves. Because if you thought 2020 was a year of anything, this is gonna be a year of rapidness. This upcoming year gonna be a year of speed. It's gonna come by so fast, and if we're not prepared, before the time gets here, we're already going to be slow and be late. And that's what I've been trying to tell people. Whatever it is you want to do, you want to make sure that you have a solid mind of that and write it down. Yeah. Get with people who are somewhere that you want to be and adapt to them. Adapt to the things that you might need to change about yourself. Get in the mirror and every day fix you. Because what's going to happen is you're going to turn around thinking, well, you know, I got time when time is going to go so fast because we're still in a pandemic. We still got things going on. You know what I mean?
A lot of things that we have no control over.
Right. But right now it's at a time where a lot of millionaires are going to be created. Yeah. Through entrepreneurship. I said through virtual reality. I mean, not virtual reality. Through the internet. Through social media. Through different platforms. You know, like right now. What we're doing right now. Yeah. What's going to be created out of the moment that we're living in right now? You know, someone in time or even in this moment is going to be touched by what is exposed and be inspired. It's going to probably be the fire that end up lighting that spark and set somebody on to their real journey. Yeah. And that's why I love to be part of the push towards that transition. Inspiration. That exactly. Yeah. You know,
and I feel like that's with what you're doing. It's like you said, it's application. You went and got the information, you went and got the training, and you went and applied it. But it's also not just that. You know what I mean? It's easy for someone to do that and apply it, but not really. How can I say it? You didn't just apply it, but you're also offering it. You understand? So you're sharing the information in order to like you said, for the inspiration to inspire the next up and coming person, and not only inspire them. To me, my thing is that I want to inspire people and give them the game earlier than I got it. So when I do things and I see the same thing with you, like I see you and I see you got the family here with us and you're spreading the information, and to me that's very important as well, just as much as application, because you know you've seen people that have been put in position and they're real assholes about it, and it doesn't make me want to strive for something better like that. It gives me a bad taste in my mouth of certain things if I see somebody that's doing it and they're a total jerk. But when you see somebody that's really outgoing, really willing to share the information, really willing to put it out there and help you, that's a whole different thing. That gets me inspired, and that inspires a lot of people. So this it keeps going, and it's like a snowball effect.
Well, you know, I definitely got to give it back up to you, man, because you know, right here we have a lot of inspiration. You know, going back to our childhood. You know, when how we grew up. Even we talked about it on the last podcast. You know, our knit quilted connection. But not only that, just here in Pittsburgh, you know, I've been able to, and I want to shout back out. I want to shout the P out. I got a few people I'm going to be shouting out throughout this podcast for entrepreneurship, because it's great people out here doing awesome things. And it's a lot of talent in Pittsburgh. But to watch you, when we used to be on the side of each other, you know what I mean? And then watch you take what your passion was and flip it into everything you wanted it to be. I watch even Rick Mania, you know, shout out to Ricky, you know, with the whole Hearts of Heroes. If it wasn't for him, I wouldn't have Princess Tiana Foundation. Exactly. You know what I mean? I seen him dressing up like Spider-Man. He going around like Spider-Man, touching kids. You know what I mean? Like, these kids are sick, and he's giving them joy. And I'm like, I'm like, I gotta do something. Yeah. I gotta do something. Yeah,
and that's inspiring. You see what I'm saying? Right. It's like, and he's a good dude. He's a good person, and he's doing good deeds. That's inspiring to me. When I see that, and when I see him do that, it like you, it inspires you to do the same thing.
Right.
Do the Princess Tiana Foundation. So when you see stuff like that, it's more than anything. It's like when we're young, we grew up how we grew up, and our inspirations weren't always the best. Right. You know what I'm saying? But we had to fight and make a conscious effort for ourselves to get out of that in order to get somewhere farther, because we had, I guess you could say, we had the mindset that we always wanted more.
And the thing about it is, I want to say to everybody, you never know who's watching you.
Exactly.
Okay, you never know who's watching you, because I watched you growing up. I watched you when you was in your struggle. I watched you, when you bounce back. I watched you get to where you're at right now. And I'm proud because even with that, I've been able to now come back and tell you I've LLC'd my business. I've been able to turn Princess Tiana, which was just an idea, into a nonprofit organization. This has all been since the last time I was on your podcast. Been able to take this information, right, and even the platform, and continue to give back, and I'm excited to come back with more information. Yeah. You know what I mean? I'm really excited to be able to then say, hey, listen, we got a whole nother organization out here that's leading the way for our local community. So anybody out there that's local in the 925 in the Bay Area, Contra Costa County, we definitely repping, stand up. If you're in the area, you want to know that you got local people right here that's in this movement of putting you in a position to really win. 2021 is going to be the year. Yeah. But guess what? We nationwide. We nationwide.
Yeah.
We nationwide.
Yeah.
But here locally, man, it's there. And I'm a bird, so I'm flying around.
Yeah.
You know what I mean?
And it means a lot. It means a lot for people to know that. Like, it's one thing, okay, you're based out in Atlanta, but for the person out here to be like, okay, a lot of people, to them that might seem out of reach, but the fact that you have a presence out here, you have a presence and you have associates out here that are from the community. It ain't just somebody that, I'm coming over here to try to help you out. We grew up out here. We know where the eatery spots are. We know where the high school is. We know the culture out here. It's very important. And to that's also something that people could actually gravitate to, because it gives them that comfort level of, okay, not only can I do this, but I have someone that understands where I'm coming from helping me do this.
Definitely. Like, one of the things I want to bring back to our audience here is we got some great information when it comes down. I know I spoke last time about my game changing program, which was a credit building program. It gives you 2 installment accounts on TransUnion now and Equifax. I believe at first it was just Equifax, but now we even have it on TransUnion. And we used to have a sign up fee, where now we no longer have that. You guys, I'm talking about the Credit My Rent program. I've had a lot of people say, well, what is Credit My Rent program?
Give it to them again, because we got new people. Break it down to them again.
So I'm going to break it down to you guys. So what a Credit My Rent program is this. When you're looking at how credit is calculated and how credit is factored, you have credit being factored at 35% of your credit being the on-time payments that you make. So when someone's looking at your credit and you're looking to get anything, or you're looking to build, improve, or anything like that, you want to know that your on-time payments are very important. In society, especially right now, and definitely in California, the major part of someone's income, the biggest expense, is our rent, right? Yeah. Your rent is your biggest expense,
every month,
right?
Every month, like
people are going to pay their rent before they pay their bills. You're going to make sure you got a roof over your head most of the time, a lot of people, before they even feed their kids. You know what I mean? They want to make sure they keep a roof over their head, but you don't get no type of reward for paying your rent. But go get evicted.
Yeah.
I don't dare you, but I'm just saying, get evicted, and I promise you, they're gonna put that on.
It's gonna show up on your credit for sure.
It's gonna show up on your.
They're gonna ask you about that.
To me, it's like a systematic setup. Yeah. Like, you're gonna definitely make sure I'm punished.
Yeah.
For even a young mistake. You could be a teenager. You could be a young adult and don't even know any better when it comes, you and your roommate fell out. Yeah. You know what I mean? You guys broke the lease. You know what I mean? Whatever. But now it's on your record. But our Credit My Rent program, to take it back to it, what that allow you to have is those on-time rent payments being added to your credit report for TransUnion and Equifax. Now, this is coming as an installment account. All right? There's 2 types of credits. That's even 10% of your credit. Mixed credit. You want to have those installment accounts, and you want to have those in revolving accounts. Those revolving accounts is like, your Macy's cards, our trade line, which is our secure credit card. We have our own secure credit card.
Okay.
That way we're helping you build positive legal trade lines. We're helping you build your credit up, as well as help you establish credit. But that revolving account gives you consecutive on-time payments. Now, what that can do for somebody who need their credit score increase is, if you're able to get signed up for my Credit My Rent program at no cost to sign up now.
No cost, y'all.
No cost, and it's only $9.95 a month. This is giving you every month you're getting a report from to your TransUnion and Equifax, and you're getting 12 months back. That's a game changer, bro. That's literally 12 consecutive months. Score up. Listen, let me tell y'all something. This is not only for you being, not only for the single mom. Well, what if it's just me and my kids? That's fine. Well, what if I'm married? Then it's okay for spouses. Both of you guys can benefit. Mm-hmm. Well, what if I'm a roommate? You benefit as well. Mm-hmm. See, anyone who is going to sign up for this program is able to benefit as long as you're paying your rent. See, it's going to be verified. And now we have it to where the system is so much at an innovative speed. You know what I mean? So now we're verifying within weeks whether it was before. Yeah. You know, so you're getting this reported pretty much almost, I would say, in time immediately, within weeks. And it will help a lot of people who are looking to establish credit. Not a lot of people have negative items on their credit report. Some people don't have credit at all.
Yeah, they don't have anything.
They don't have anything on there at all, and they need that establishment. And people pay their rent every month. We also have another program that you can actually get reported 24 months, bro. That's 24 months consecutive back. That's 2 years. That's 2 years. And that's on-time month payments at the same time. Yeah. At the starting price of $9.95 a month, that's a game changer. Yeah. Definitely. And that's part of the services that we offer when you come to the Tupper Financial Solutions or even WBC. I'm telling you guys, the protection plan is which is a service that we have. Our protection plan is all about financial literacy. 16 years I've been I'm partnered with the organization that's been around for about 16 years. Mm-hmm. And they are out of Farmington Hills, Michigan. And the biggest thing is financial literacy. You know,
talk to them about
one
that.
thing people don't understand is it takes a long time for us to change our mindset, and that's why I continuously like to come home and collaborate with you and get on the podcast and give this information, because if we don't have the information and we don't have nobody giving it to us, we think everything's a scam. Yeah, everybody's scheming us, but then you go for the scheme when you pay somebody to do something illegally for you just so you can have your numbers boosted up.
Because you make a bad decision. You don't believe in nothing, so then it forces you to make a rash decision that could affect you negatively.
Right. And no one really gets the help unless they need it. It's at that dire moment, I need my credit fixed, and that's when, you know what I mean, what can you do to help me? Yeah. But I want people to understand that the financial literacy behind my services is the biggest thing. Because what you can take from value, you can teach to your kids. Yeah. And if you can't take the value in what I'm teaching, then in 12 months, you're going to mess up everything that's been fixed. Yeah. In 24 months, you're going to be in a worse situation than you were before because somebody helped you get out of a rut that you created. You slept in a bed. You made a bed, but you didn't want to sleep in it. I have a lot of people coming to me and they ask me, well, why do I have to do anything? Because we have to understand that in the process of fixing our credit, whenever we're dealing with financial literacy, you're going to get the information you need to get you in a better situation. But whenever you're dealing with credit restoration, you want to be a part of that. Yeah. That's not something you want somebody just doing for you. You gotta know. You want to be looking at your documents. You want to see what they're disputing. You want to sign your letters. You want to send your ID and your social. These are the things that's verifying who you are. Yeah. Because if you're not doing this primary type dispute, they're pushing your stuff to the side. Yeah. You want to make sure that these things are getting done. That you have a hand in it, and it's just not somebody else doing it for you. Exactly. That you're present in what's going on. And in our protection plan, you have an innovative portal that gives you a chance to see all of these things. You know, it's literally where if you don't understand it, of course, that's why I am here, to make sure you're getting the information you need, you're being coached through, you're being guided to your success. But if you cannot accompany me to your rescue, then you can't expect for me to stay there trying to throw you a lifeline when there's other people who need help. So when it comes down to the financial literacy in this program, you're able to learn how to properly build your scores up, how to properly eliminate your debt, how to properly save and budget money. And that's the things that people need. These are the things that's going to allow you to have better financial opportunities. You're going to be able to push the restart button on your finance. Me personally, since the last time I've been here, bro, I got my first American Express card, bro. Okay. I was super excited. Okay. I ain't going front. I was stupid.
The real question is, do you never leave home without it, though, is the question.
No, and I shop with it all the time. Okay. You definitely want to travel with that because that's 3 times the points. Yes. Listen.
See? And look, I want people to say something. I don't mean to cut you off, but I want people to understand before you start letting this stuff go over your head, there's a reason why they help you. So don't think that you're gonna go and get this service and it's all gonna go over your head and you're not gonna know what you're doing. And no, that's what they're there for. You can ask questions. They're gonna set up the plan for you, but it's like you said, you have to be able to at some point or another take the lead and help yourself, because this is not just feeding you. This is feeding you and showing you how to go hunt.
Yeah, definitely. You know, as I stated before, when I came, a lot of people, right now in this pandemic, I mean, it's evident. You can see on the news, there's over 10,000, hundreds of thousands of people who are facing evictions come January 1st if the bill's not passed. You know what I mean? If they don't figure out what they're going to do on that hill, then people are really in a bad situation. But honestly, I look at it like this. Financially, it's worse than that, because that's just evictions. What about the real pocket?
Yeah.
See, if we don't have in what I call the financial house, if we don't have our financial house in order, we're literally vulnerable, because we come into a time where our money wasn't okay. They just decided we only going to use the credit cards because everybody's scared about coronavirus. Yeah. So even in Georgia, we have places where it was cash, like even when we went to Tahoe, cashless. Yeah. So what if you don't have a credit card? What if you don't have a debit card? What if you don't have anything established, so all you use is money? We're coming into a time where that's no longer going to be the case.
Yeah.
What I come to speak about today are necessities that we need going into 2021.
Definitely that, because we are headed more and more to a cashless society. You could see what it is, and even with investing and everything else going on, a lot of the thing I want my viewers to understand and always remember is that you have to be on top of these type of things. And I know that it's like, well, what about me? I'm just a young college student. But this is the stuff that sets your future up. This is the things that once you're done with school and once you're out there looking for a job, just another thing under your belt that's going to help you transition into that next part of your life. And, you know, regardless of what we say, you know, a part of adulthood is responsibility.
Right.
And we have to make sure that we always have responsibility for what we're doing, for our finances, for how we conduct and carry ourselves, and the things that we know that we're going to need eventually. You know, ain't nothing worse than seeing people that I know go old and be older, and then something happens to them and they can't pay their medical bills, or they don't have the money to you know, get the surgery that they need, or things like that. To me, that's a heartbreaker. And in all reality, this type of education is not something that's just poured into our school systems. This is something that you have to actually go out and seek.
Right.
So for anybody to even have the opportunity to get some of this knowledge and to take part in some of these plans, it's really big. And it's like you said, it's not just for yourself. That's generational. You could pass that to your kids and put your kids in positions that you know were way more advanced than you were at their age. You know, like right now with my son, he's 18. He's like, I want to get a job. He goes, I want to start building my credit. I want to do this. He has nothing negative on there. He's brand new to the whole world. He just turned 18, and I'm like, let's go.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah.
Not having him, you know, teaching him to be responsible. He has his own bank account, his own debit card. Be financially responsible with his money. Things that I've picked up from my own mistakes and things that I've heard you say and other stuff. With my girl, like a couple of tips that you said, we went and directly applied it, and I got her up, because same thing. She doesn't have no credit, but no negative credit, but she didn't have no actual credit either.
Right. So she's credit invisible.
Exactly.
That's what you consider. And credit invisibility is very, very common in America, and a lot of people don't realize.
People don't know what they have.
Yeah. And the thing about it is, a lot of us feel we don't need it. And it's not important. But I'm going to tell you how important credit is. My son is 16 years old. When I started this program with the protection plan, I was in a situation where I couldn't get approved for anything. But after getting 4 items removed off all 3 of my credit reports and had a 70-point increase, I continued to follow the guidelines of what the program tells me to do. And I found myself being able to get approved for credit card with a brand new credit union that I was with. For anybody listening to me right now, if you're listening to the sound of my voice, I want you to understand something. You can start working on your finances right now. If you are in a situation to where you want to do better, if you're ready right now, you can look me up, Sai Lena T. Willis on Instagram, SaiLenatWillis. Also, Tupper Financial Solutions on Facebook. That's TUPPER Financial Solutions. Tupper like Tupperware, y'all know.
And for all my people, you know what I'm saying, I'm just so you guys know, I will be making sure that I include the links to her and how to get a hold of her in the description of this podcast. So if you're listening to this right now, just know that when you're done, you could go to the description and you'll get a direct link. It'll take you straight to her Instagram, straight to her, both of her accounts. And you take it from there. Where you want to go, it's up to you.
Yeah, because you guys, I was able to take this program to where my son ended up getting, my son right now has 3 credit cards, and he's 16 years old. He just turned 16 December 7th, and he has established credit. Now, I'm looking at him being able to have financial freedom, because when he has the ability to be established at 18, I no longer have a financial burden. See, what we want to do as adults is put our kids in a position to where they, one, have the education. It goes back again to the financial literacy, you guys. We got to change the mindset.
Yeah.
We got to get educated. And if we don't know nothing about the financial literacy, don't listen to everybody. Get with an expert.
Yeah.
Contact someone who has the information that's giving you valuable value when it comes to financial literacy. Because if not, you can get misleading information that can put you in a worse situation. But being able to leverage this program allowed me to then give my son this kind of information, giving him this knowledge, allowing him to have this type of stability financially. Dominic will be okay by the time he turns 18. If he wants to go to get him a car, he probably get a sign and drive. You know what I mean? Dave and I both, my husband was able, since this podcast, the last time you seen me, 134-point increase, bro. He went from fair to excellent credit. And he didn't even want to be a part of the program. You know what I mean?
He was just like, nah, we're going to do this.
Skeptical. I'm going to be honest with y'all.
Yeah.
He was like, I don't believe.
As a lot of people are, though.
Everybody's skeptical.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? Fear will literally have you on the other side of your blessings.
Yeah.
Fear will have you stuck somewhere you don't really want to be.
That's how it is. To be honest with you, fear is not to get too deep on it, but fear is a means of control.
Yeah, which leads me to entrepreneurship. Boss It Up in 2021. Going back to how this pandemic set the tone for a lot of people to really be able to find their niche. Branch out into entrepreneurship. Really leverage and become successful, especially myself. In January, I started my business, and I walked away from my job in April at the peak of when my hospital needed me the most. And I walked away from my hospital, and I have not looked back. And it's not that I don't look back like I don't want to be in the medical field, because I have seriously strived with my in-home care agency. I just turned my light on when it came to entrepreneurship. And I knew deep down inside me, I can give myself the same energy and the same investment that I was giving these companies.
Yeah, in the hospital and
exactly.
in the job. Yeah.
Why not give it to myself?
Yeah.
Why not birth my own companies when they're sitting there waiting on me?
Yeah. The tools are out there.
They are. And I got some tools, and I got a few tips that I want to give a few people. So if you're listening, you can go ahead and jot these things down. One thing I would tell you right now is, if you're looking to be a boss in 2021, start at 8:36 p.m. Pacific Eastern Time, December 27, 2020, okay? Don't wait until the next 5 minutes. Don't wait until tomorrow. No. Start right now. Once you write down what it is you want, allow that to manifest. See, if you can't start touching the things you want, it won't come to pass. We have to understand that it's going to take us to make a move in order for things to start rolling. Yeah. You don't got to make your business perfect. Just start it.
Just start. As long as you start, you'll always be ahead of everyone that hasn't started yet.
Just start it. And then number 2, be coachable. Be coachable enough to allow whoever is where you want to be to show you and get you there.
Yeah.
I've learned through trial and error. This is the business that I have right now is in my first company. I've been with one company. I'm not going to bring any company names, but I've been with one company for 10 years. That company, I actually haven't had any success with building a team or anything like that. What I done with that company was I used the products. Products worked great. Yeah. You know what I mean? So I use the products, and you'll see me with my products, different things, but that I left it that way. Yeah. But when I found that this was giving me a platform to use my voice, and then it really changed my life, I'm like, oh, I could do this.
Yes. Yeah.
I needed to allow somebody to show me, because I've never been an expert at something at this magnitude. Yeah. You know what I mean? Don't dumb yourself down and keep yourself short. If you see yourself being on high pedestals, put yourself there. And number 3, be consistent. Whatever it is you're going to do, You got to show everybody that this is what you here for. It can't be. That's why I'm so excited to be back. Yeah. You know what I mean?
I see it. I see the energy,
I'm back
the fire.
because I'm coming back with more than what I had the first time.
Definitely.
Because consistency will take you there. You know what I mean? I set myself in rooms with people who had made multiple figures than I have, but also put me in a position to now be able to elevate my figures, you know? Yeah. I'm not at 6, but baby ain't at 3.
Yeah,
you know what I mean?
You feel me?
You know what I mean?
Hey, that's all that matters. You getting there. But it's the growth, though. It's like the progression from the consistency.
Exactly. And of course, I want everybody to know that trial and error is supposed to happen.
Yeah.
You not going to, listen, I don't want to do business with you if your story perfect, bro.
Yeah.
If you have never failed,
nothing,
if there's no failure has come to you, then there's no way that you can expect, listen, I tell people all the time, you can get fired from a job from failing, but you might become a millionaire in entrepreneurship from failing. Don't be afraid to make a mistake. Just step out on whatever it is you want to do.
And that's part of the fear tactic, right? The fear tactic is to make you believe that, if you fail at something, you're a failure. No, they're not a failure because you fail at something.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? You just failed at something. Right. That's all it was.
And a lot of people thinking,
and it's a lesson learned.
How do I get started with building a business? Or, right now you might be thinking, well, I have something I want to do, but I don't know where to get started. Well, how do I get started? Sai Lena, what's the first thing I do? Well, the first thing you don't want to do is start an LLC. Everyone's saying start an LLC. Mm-mm. That's not the first thing you want to do. The first thing you want to do is write things down. Write down what it is that you're trying to do. And when you write those things down, what you want to do is do a little research. Do a little research on that.
I always say that immerse yourself in the field that you want to be in.
Exactly. Do a little research. Before I joined the business that I'm in right now, before I even watched my mentor, I was watching this business for a while and didn't know anybody in it. So I was cool.
Just observing, right.
You feel me? I'm like, okay, you feel me? But I'm like, I don't know nobody that's
doing this.
Until I seen baby girl. So I'm sorry, phenomenal.
Yeah.
She was a fireball. Shout out to Miss Chanel Johnson, Vice President of my organization. Killing it. Shout out to the championship squad leader.
That's the
phenomenal. I watched her for another year and a half. I'm like, shoot, is she scamming?
Yeah.
I'm like, but I'm seeing a table being prepared for me.
Yeah. Because you love it. You're watching it and I'm like,
and not only that, it was my struggle. Yeah. I needed to fix my credit, bro. Like, I'm looking at how my in-home care agency can really go somewhere. This is something that I've strived to have. And I want you guys to take away from what I'm saying right now. I'm giving you guys nuggets through my story. See, if you can't tell your story in order to inspire somebody, it'll be something that that'll help somebody miss their blessing. So I want to make sure that I'm being transparent. Yeah. You know what I mean? I didn't have good credit. I needed to get my credit where I needed it to be for me to get my in-home care agency straight.
Yes.
But when I seen what this program offered, there was no way I was going to keep it to myself. Like, I'm like, I can really help a lot of people.
Yeah.
See, one thing about being in the medical field that I really have in me is I really care about folks.
And you want to help.
And I want to help. So I seen this as being a way for me to really help people. I never knew it was going to turn out like this.
And
I never seen it, but
you accepted your blessing.
I did. The trials and errors came, it was a lot of times where I was running my race, you guys, and sometimes I would feel like I was getting winded, long nights. I'm trying to look around and see who's running with me. You never give up.
Can't.
I'm looking to see who's supporting me, y'all. We always looking for somebody to support us. Just keep going.
Yeah.
You never know who's watching.
Yeah.
Yeah, and I use these things to share with you guys because it has got me to where I'm at now. Here I am, an executive sales director. The last time I seen you, I was not an executive sales director.
Definitely.
And all that means, you guys, is I'm helping a lot of people. My business is helping a lot of people. I'm very proud to have Cristian on the side of me right now because he is a product.
Yeah. He's what we're talking about when we're saying coming back and giving and getting back, right, and sharing and passing the information. And he's also somebody that has it's funny because I've seen you both, right? And I know what you were doing already and you've been on your journey. And I remember he came to me and we had a conversation. He's like, "Yeah, bro, I'm really going to be on my stuff now and I'm really striving for this." He goes, to be an entrepreneur and to be my own boss, and not only that, but to help people, right? And I'm like, "Bro, do it." And it's crazy how through him wanting this and searching for this and you already doing what you're doing, you guys found each other, and now he's growing as well, and he's on the same path, and he's doing it.
Yeah,
you know what I mean?
I'm super proud of him. You know, it's crazy because his name will come up in conversations, and I hit him up, and I'm like, bro, you know what I mean? Like he's like we getting this, and the shine.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? See, sometimes we have something in us, and it just take the right people to be around us to really bring it out of us. You know what I mean? To turn that light on. So, you know, and these are the things that are paving the way into 2021.
Yeah.
You know, a lot of people are looking at side hustles and gigs, but having your own business is a necessity. Because see, when you get your business straight and you know what you want to do and you're consistent and you allow yourself to be coachable, you know what I mean? And you know what it is, and you build that positive posture, and you know you're going to fail anyway, but you're going for it anyway. Guess what's going to happen? You're going to push yourself beyond barriers, and you're going to be so successful. You're going to be able to attract other people who want to be like that.
Like you said, you never know who's watching.
You never know who's watching, you know, and I'm just excited to be able to have people all over the United States in my organization, but to be able to be right here back home, you know, and bring information back home, and to be in Georgia and to have growth here. It's awesome.
Yes.
It's a necessity right now. You know, I want to show people how to really leverage not only credit in our personal lives, but in our business. You know, that's why it's important for you to know what it is you want to do in business and be consistent. If you're going to serve the community, serve the community. Don't look for money. You can't serve people trying to get paid.
No.
It doesn't work that way.
Yeah.
I can't be trying to get $1 out of helping people get their credit fixed, because I can't sell you better. I can't sell you good credit. If I did, I had 2 800s in my back pocket.
Yeah, exactly. We wouldn't be doing this right now.
I'll be sitting on 800s right now. You feel me? With a few old back stock. You feel me? Like, there's no way I can do that. But what I can give is some valuable information to help you educate yourself, to teach somebody else, and for you to understand that I have a solution to some issues that you may have. That way you can actually bubble up financially. Get your LLC started. Now, when it comes down to formulating an LLC, of course, in my organization, we help with that as well. I've teamed up with not only the nonprofit organization that when it comes to UCES, when it comes down to credit restoration and all the financial literacy, but I've also teamed up with a phenomenal organization company, which is One Stop Taxes, when it comes down to business credit, taxes, and other things as far as mortgage loans, being able to help people take the next step in their lives. I'm not talking about small steps. These are huge steps. Credit, businesses, mortgage loans. I just died out.
Access to a lot of stuff though that you need.
Access to everything that we need.
Yeah.
But as young entrepreneurs, being able to really leverage the fact that we're business owners. See, a lot of people think that being able to have a W-2 is substantial, but see, I did too, right? I did too. I thought having a W-2 was cool, and there's nothing wrong with it. Don't you guys? I'm not saying that like there's nothing wrong with it, but understand that W-2 employees pay the most in taxes. Why? Because you guys are literally working for your time. The taxes that you're paying is nothing compared to what you're going to pay if you were a business owner. You know, starting a home-based business is a real business.
Yeah.
You get your business in order and you LLC your business, tax write-offs, advantages are at a different level. You know, as a business owner, you and I, Cristian, we're able to write off our laptops. You know what I mean? Mileage. You know, my travel expenses here. This podcast interview has now been able to make business expense. Why? Because I'm handling business.
You do,
I have leisure. Yeah, I have leisure, but you're able to have leisure on business. But it's a different than when if I was filing my taxes and I worked at the hospital where my laptop wouldn't matter.
Yeah. It's not aiding your business.
Exactly. Because I work for someone else. Yeah. So as a entrepreneur, when you're seriously building a foundation for yourself, which is what we need to all be focused on in 2021, which is striving to be better business owners. You want to take the boss in you and you want to allow it to flourish. You don't have to be perfect. You just want to get started. Yeah. You want to get started right. Get with the right person that's going to give you the information that you need, that's going to allow you to build your business, get your LLC together, there's so many different things that come down to actually building a strong business, because I figured out that when your business is strong, you build your business credit up and you instantly start getting approve. I really want to do is help as many people as possible. What we have right now going on is we actually have a $6,000, up to a $6,000 advance here at Tupper Financial. You can actually find out more information about that at tupperfinancial.myonestoptaxes.com. Right now, I'm helping people get the maximum amount on their income, income taxes. Right now, there's a lot of entrepreneurs that has been working in business. A lot of people filed unemployment and are not knowing that a lot of that is not taxable. And that's one of the biggest things I want to know is, what income you've had. You want to start getting your documents together now.
Yeah, definitely.
Definitely want to start getting your documents together now. Make sure that you've confirmed all your addresses and everything that's on all your documents when it comes down to your pay stubs. If you've been getting state benefits, government benefits, make sure you have all those things allocated. So when you sit down and you do your taxes, you're able to get them done properly. You don't have to worry about anything being amended. As well as right now, you guys, you can get them done virtually. I actually am getting started January 2nd. We don't have to wait. My organization, we're moving straight ahead January 2nd. So definitely want to hit me up. I can get you a quote. And that way you know exactly what you're looking at. If you have dependents, I'm looking at getting you $2,000 per dependent if they qualify. So that'd be awesome. Let me know if you need more information about that as well.
There y'all have it. You know what I'm saying? All kinds of things that they do. You guys just don't do one thing. It's definitely all based in finance. And taxes are very important. Taxes are the important thing like that. We have more stuff right now. We're going to take a quick little break, and then we're going to come back, and we're going to continue on this conversation because it is very, 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 very valuable.
We're back with the No Invite podcast. This is Sai Lena. Listen, I'm going to be jumping off on here real quick. I'm going to do something a little special. We're going to turn these gears a bit. I want to introduce you to you guys someone that is in my organization. He is not only my business partner, but my personal mentee. Great organization he has here, Holistic Building Capital, WBC, out of Pittsburgh, California. It is my pleasure to not only introduce but present to you guys someone who's seen an opportunity for himself. And I'm going to let him tell him a story, but he's seen an opportunity for himself. And when he joined hands with me, we were able to create something way more than what we thought we were doing, right? So here we are today, being able to do this podcast together. I present to you guys Cristian Navarro. He is the CEO of Holistic Building Capital. How you doing, Cristian?
Hi, I'm doing very well. Thank you for both of you guys having me here today and letting me, share my story. And, this is my time. It's here. I want to start off by saying congratulations for our live listeners, also for our future listeners who are tuned in after the live podcast. We're here to talk about what we have. Some very valuable information here. I know that it's my first time, and you will be hearing some mistakes or something, but it's all right because it is what it is, But I'm trying to be myself today, and at the same time, throw you guys out there how I've came along to sit right here with you guys. I'm just rubbing off the success, and that's cool. It feels great. It's a cool feeling, and I want to go ahead and share out some information what we do as independent business owners.
Well, what I wanted, to open it up for you a little bit. I remember when I first got the inbox from you, and you wanted more information on the protection plan, and when you got started, you pretty much took it from there when it came down to your credit, and then you hit me back up one day. And that's when the entrepreneur came to me. Because when you got started as an agent all the way, but the entrepreneur came to me later, and you said I'm ready. And you've been going through this process. How has it been for you so far?
Well, I had a win. That's what happened with me. I had a win. When the win was I found myself needing something. And I reached out to a couple people, and I got introduced to you. Now, I didn't question your business when I came to you. I knew that I needed to get back on my responsibility of fixing my credit. I was lost. I almost did bankruptcy, but I was in almost $40,000 in debt. But like open-minded individuals like ourselves, that would be the easy way out. And I didn't want it just to be that easy. So I started seeking opportunities. So therefore, when the opportunities was right there, right in front of me, I just I didn't think about what if it doesn't work. I just said to myself, straight off the bat, I told myself, keep it pushing. If it doesn't work, if it's not for you, just keep it pushing. Because I've done businesses before, and they didn't work out. They weren't for me, but I knew I wanted to be in that type of field. But
right.
in order for me to be in that field, I needed to just keep it pushing, keep going, and that's what I ended up doing. Now I'm here, and I actually seen first step was you told me about basic package and upgrade package. When I go somewhere, I like to get myself, a combo with the fries.
Right, right.
So you said, hey, you know what? It may be for you, it may not be. But I said, hey, you know what? Let's keep it short and simple. Let's get started. You kept doing your thing. You try to tell me information, but I was like, Selena, hold on, Miss Willis. Just sign me up right quick, and then let's go on. Let's go on with the show. But I knew straight off the bat I wanted to fix my credit was first. I did sign up as a independent business owner, but I really didn't push that issue at first. Why? Because I knew what I wanted. I wanted to fix my credit first, and I can't, like my last businesses, I really couldn't push the issue just because they wanted me to do some type of recruitment, but they weren't teaching me what I signed up for. I wanted to learn what the business was, but they just said, hey, you know what, just watch a couple videos and keep it going. Mm-hmm. So with this business here, I found myself first as a client. I got on board to fix my credit. As soon as I seen the first point increase on my credit score, that's when I knew I needed to now start working on my own business and sharing just the information with people, just because just like you said, people are skeptical. People are afraid. That's how I was at first. But hey, you know what? I already had that little open mindset to put myself in my shoes. Like I knew what I wanted. I aimed for it. I didn't question the business. And once you started talking to me about where you grew up at, same neighborhood and all that stuff, it brought a little bit more attention to me. So I just said, hey, you know what? If I got referred by somebody to you, it is what it is. Let's go for it. I started seeing that, but like I said, I really didn't have no why on why I wanted to build a business. I just wanted to fix my credit at first.
Until I got a phone call one day, and you said, I just lost my job.
Oh yeah, that was very tough right there. I kind of already knew a job's not reliable just because I've been in so many jobs in and out. Even some of my cousins be like, bro, why can't you stick in one job? I'm like, it's probably just not for me. I'm not an employee, man.
Right. Some people are not employees.
Yeah, and hey, this ad just lost my job, and hey, I remember somebody just reached out to me like, hey, you know what? I see that you fix your credit, you keep posting things, but they just came to me and they
that's
signed.
When it hit.
Yeah, that's when they hit. I threw you on a 3-way call with this person. We got her on board, and she had similar goals to me. She wanted to buy a house for her parents. Shout out to her, man. And she opened up my doorway because that builds some type of confidence.
That first customer.
Yeah, that first customer builds some type of. And I ain't even had to do much. It's like I didn't know what I was doing, but hey, you know what? I had you right there. I had you to back me up.
Yeah.
The right mentorship, and I reached out to you and I told you that day. I said, hey, you know what? I'm ready. I'm ready to be coachable and go for it. I'm here.
And you did. And you know what? A lot of people don't understand that. Sometimes that makes you the bigger person. right there. See, a lot of times in business, we think we know everything because we're grown, and we have to understand that we can't be so grown that we can't still learn from somebody.
You gotta keep growing.
You know, I've been able to humble myself enough to learn from people younger than me. You know, even people are way older than me, but to be able to pour into me something that somebody poured into them is just nothing but a blessing. Because when you sign up for any business, you get your business and you get your product, right? That's what you bought. The mentorship is sold separately. If you got anybody pouring into you and mentoring you through success, you got a gem. And I want to let anybody on this podcast understand that, you know, being coachable to any mentorship when you're looking and seeking success is important. And, you know, you started to see your success. So how was it for you? Because you continue to be consistent and grow. So how has the growth been? What areas have you seen the change for you in your life since joining my team?
Well, I want to start off by saying learning consistency and momentum. I've learned that before I hopped in with you, so that kind of already gave me that open mind to, you know, it's there. I just needed to, you know, reopen up that gift that I got. And once I seen that first client get on board, I was willing to be coachable. It's just like a copy and paste type of thing. I started doing it back to back, you know, started switching up my, started putting a schedule on myself. First off, waking up early in the morning, you know, doing a couple of things that taking away bad habits, like, you know, just in general, reading books, you know, just listening to podcasts like this one, just actually being on YouTube, you know, just listening to success and also being around, seeing other people younger than me, you know, elevating, making six figures and all of them type of things. So I said, man, is this really it for me, man? I just got fired off a job. What is it? I had to go find another job? No, I took that mindset out the way, and I just said, hey, you know what? I'm going to go for it. I'm going to just go for it. I'm going to keep it pushing. Hey, you know what? Some days there may be no fish, but I'm getting taught how to fish, and that is really important. Is that right now, at this point right now, I actually been able to grow my business and provide what I wanted from you to new people. People come at me with what you say, man, I don't know about this, bro. Is it a scam? Man, what do you mean a scam? Hey, this ain't no spamming eggs, man. What do you mean? I actually like try to get on the phone call, you know, try to relay with people and, you know, try to be there for them just because when I got on board, I already had that open mindset. But when people come to me, they're still closed mindset individuals, and it's kind of hard to tell them, hey, you know what, you're gonna have to put in a little bit of work. But some people just think it's like, hey, I'm gonna pay for my product and demand, like, hey, you know what, I'm gonna get my credit fixed because I already paid for it, and if you don't, I'm walking out. But it's not like that.
Yeah, like a lot of people would just say, hey, you know, I didn't know I had to do anything. And it's like, well, what do you mean you didn't know you had to do anything? Honestly, I have customers that I've gotten from other companies. Of course, we're not going to name drop on any companies, but we are we both have nonprofit organizations. Our business are based with nonprofit organizations. So we're able to dispute all negative items on all three bureaus at the same time, correct?
That is right.
Right. So with that being said, a lot of other companies are only able to dispute 3 or 4 items per month, you know, per client, so that the process being drawn out. With our process, it's a faster process. They're being able to get a quicker turnaround. And everyone's credit profile is different. So you can never really determine or give a time limit on what someone's, you know, results will look like. But I have people tell me all the time, well, why do I have to do anything? A primary dispute is very important, you know, having a primary dispute, which is what we provide, versus a third party dispute, which other companies who are not nonprofits provide. You're able to get a actual dispute handled and investigated with our protection plan versus the other one. And I try to get people to understand that it's not the $89 that you're paying me to get this done. That's an investment on your finances. This is a lot of credit issues that you might have created, or maybe you had the lack of knowledge. And so understand that it's not something that you have to figure out and decide within yourself, well, do I want to pay for it or not? I have a lot of people who say, well, I don't know if it's if I should pay $79 a month for something and I'm not getting nothing in return. But you never knew what it felt to have good credit.
And this is exactly why I didn't go for the business part at first. I wanted to see the product I had in my hands. As I started putting like my budgets on point, my credit restoration, my credit monitoring, also like just by being able to find out that now I have a life insurance on my own. Like I was always scared to get life insurance. I didn't even know nothing about that, but those little things is what comes with that package, that protection plan. It's
now
like,
talk about that, the life insurance. Like you made a big point right there. A lot of people, especially our age group, you know, we're millennials, so you know, millennials between the ages of 25, 38. So we're in that category. So to think of life insurance, that is something scary, right? You don't think like you got to be prepared.
Right.
You got to be so prepared.
Kind of gives you goosebumps.
You know? Right.
Yeah.
But these are the things we need. People are dying younger and younger, but we have what? We have that protection.
Right. It says it all, protection plan.
Right. And and a lot of times people, you know, a will and trust by itself runs you from $500 to thousands of dollars. You know, for $89 a month, you're getting a full will and trust, a power of your medical and your finances. That's a power of attorney over your medical and finances. In case you're in a coma, God forbid something happened to you, you unable to say or do or even, you know, represent yourself. You already have legal buy-in documents that are right there. And to be real with you, Cristian, I had a situation back in 2016 when I was in Georgia. I almost died with my baby. I didn't have none of that. They were trying to put my son in the system because I didn't have no documents, and they was like, well, if you die, you know, and I was on my deathbed, but they were like, if you die, there's no one here to take care of him when your whole family is in California. Like, what are we going to do with your son? So we have to understand, even as single mothers, these documents are important. We got to have these things over our life. Boom, the protection plan gives you that. So that's awesome.
I could so relate to that when I be sending out my dispute letters over the UPS. I see a lot of people going for the notary. They're just signing out documents. You know, they need that help. They're going inside for the notary. And it's like crazy because we have all that. Like, we don't have notary, but hey, you know what? We have that, that backup. You know, like when I seen... Well, we have credit attorneys.
Yeah,
I ain't think about it like a scam no more. I said, "Wow, bro, I'm really in here as a client, even though I'm a business owner. I'm receiving everything as a client. You know, testing it out, making sure it's beneficial for me.
Right.
And so when I start rolling on my business, I could actually provide feedback from it, like just by experience. And that's what I've done with all my clients now. Every single client I go with a personal level. And you know, I try to tell them the only thing we need from you guys is communication. Without communication, I cannot hold your hand.
Yeah, definitely.
I tried that, and it's like I give you a call, taking some of my time just because I'm looking out for you, but you're not answering. Everybody has a phone. We see calls. Right. We see calls. We receive these messages and we know damn well we're on our phone.
Yeah.
Nowadays we're on our phone. You cannot lie to me, bro. We're on our phone. So pretty much, if you have an iPhone, you better not open that message. I could see it.
And you know, really for me, the way it works out, because of course, you know, those things happen all the time. But what I find is it's usually the clients that come to me that's filtered from a real estate agent that are really honed down on the success of where they're going because they're trying to buy a house, or even it's, the entrepreneur who really see themselves going far and they want to get their credit score up, you know what I mean? So they can actually leverage their credit so they, in case they need a personal guarantee, which is like what I needed a personal guarantee, and they're able to really, then get approved to get themselves to the next level. So those things become very, very important. I've sat back and I've watched you, Cristian. I've being a product of the product, you've shared your results. You're utilizing the services, you're working your business. You guys, this is what I'm talking about. This is why my excitement level be so high, because when you're able to collaborate with people who are like-minded, you guys heard him say himself, he already came to me with the mindset. He already had consistency. He already had the entrepreneur inside of him. Let me tell you something. When the student is ready, the teacher will come. The teacher will come. He put himself in a position to learn from somebody who was related to him in one way. He knew that I was from the same area he was from. He knew I came from the same soil he came from. So if she went all the way to Georgia and she's done all this, let me listen. What'd he say? He remained coachable. I'm sitting here, you guys. I'm watching this young man. I'm so proud of him. He about to be a new dad. Really excited about that, man. I'm so super proud of you, because it's nothing like having something you can move towards. Being stagnant in life, being comfortable, man, it's a dangerous thing. So 2021, I see a lot of success for you. I see great things happening for you. I see this podcast being able to help you take yourself to another height, because that's what it did for me the last time I came here. It's just something about being in front of a microphone and being able to be vulnerable enough to tell your story and to share yourself with other people, to know that you can go out and you can utilize your story and what you have to offer to be of use and a service to everyone out there. And anyone listening right now, if you are looking to become an entrepreneur and you're looking to get your credit restored, and you might not know what it is you want to do, and you might want to look at how you can partner up with this young man, please reach out to Cristian. He is incredible. Now, we service all 50 states and all U.S. territories. So that means if you're in the Virgin Islands, Puerto Rico, or Guam, you can definitely join the team or get these services too. And I'm speaking this all into existence because I expect for this to be a global podcast. You guys should be able to hear this from anywhere. So while you're tuning in, make sure you're sharing this. Make sure you're tagging your friends, getting them on this, because this is the kind of information you want to be sharing. You want to be bossing up, and you don't want to just boss up by yourself. Bring your team with you. It ain't never fair when you're the only boss friend. Let me tell you, I went to my friend's baby shower, popped the trunk. I had over $1,000 with the presents in the back. I ain't never had nobody come to my baby shower party. You gotta give me $1,000 with anything. But to feel good to be able to give somebody something that listen, you only have your first child once. You say, I want you to come to my, my baby shower, my gender reveal. That was special to me, because see, what I strive to have right now for my personal self is time freedom. Financial freedom, but really time freedom. I want my time back. To watch him sit here. He's doing what he loves. Has that time freedom. See, I didn't have to clock out or ask somebody to cover a shift for me to be here. That feels great. You know what I mean? So if you're listening to this and you tired of clocking in, you trying to figure out how you're going to take that family vacation. You might not even, you got to save your ducats just to get where you really want to go. Partner with people like us so we can help you elevate yourself. Because 2021 ain't the year for that. You're going to be left behind. You're going to be left behind. We got some valuable information, you guys, that we want to share with you. I also want you guys to know this. Listen here. If you're interested in actually partaking into more of the information we're talking about with the protection plan, we have webinars Monday through Friday at 9 p.m. Eastern time, okay? Pacific time, that's 6 p.m. Central time, that's 8 p.m. We have these webinars. You definitely want to get in contact with Cristian with Holistic Building Capital, or me, Sai Lena Willis, with Tupper Financial Solutions, or definitely hit up Johnny Blaze with the No Invite podcast so you can get the information you need, so you can get on this webinar. If you are a visual person and you need to see what we're talking about, let us know so we can get you in front of the information. Because this elevation is going to allow you to help your family. See, sometimes you just need somebody you need to see somebody doing well. Sometimes it ain't that, I've seen people say, well, it took for me to watch you do good for me to want to do something for myself.
Right.
The inspiration.
The inspiration, be the inspiration in your family. Be the inspiration in your group. If you don't take nothing from this podcast today, go back and ask your friends, what y'all ready to do in 2021? Who bossing up with me?
Something I really love about this business is that you don't have to hold online. You have us. Literally, we're one phone call away. You have some questions. If I can't answer them, I have my mentor up here, Mr. Willis, who could answer any additional questions if I am not related to them. But hey, that's what I really love. Like, I could just give you a phone call, and it's like, it's your time.
Right.
It's your time. You're throwing it out for me. Like, I appreciate that. That shows me a lot in this business. Like, it's not just like with the 1-800 sign up and then get on board.
And then you're out of there. Pat you on the button, have at it. Now, what are you looking for? I'm gonna bust it wide open for you, because I know you're building an organization here, as well as nationwide. I know you're looking to build an organization nationwide, but right here in your local back office, in your local backyard, if I may, what are you looking for when it comes to business partners? What would be great business partners? What like-minded individuals are you looking for?
Oh, first off, people that want more potential in themselves and be able to share and open up ideas with one another. Some people are just are afraid to speak. They don't want to really reach out. If you're out there, you're listening to this, man, I'm here for you. That's how I felt. I felt alone. I felt like I really didn't have nobody. I couldn't go back to my family, nor my mom and dad. But hey, you know what? Family opens up at a whole different level once you start communicating with different people and levels of success. Johnny here, man, I remember that day because it was fresh out, and I came to him. I was like, bro, you know what? I don't know, bro, but I feel something good coming, and look at me now. I'm right here behind this microphone. It's all goosebumps, all that good feeling. I know definitely 2020, even though the pandemic happened, it seemed kind of bad for me. It was just a year of success. I love it. I was able to not rely on a job, become my own boss. Also, man, just building capital. That's the name of my company there. Holistic Building Capital. Why, man? It's just financial services, financial education, literacy. It's just everything you really need.
Right, because you dabble down in Forex too. Is that right?
Yeah. So
listen, you guys, he's real. He's a real Forex person. We all be looking online like, oh, here come the Forex guy. They coming to scam us. He's a real one, you guys. I actually been watching him. He does pretty well for himself.
Yes,
and
ma'am.
I've been proud about you with that too, because you taught yourself what to do with that. Is that correct?
That is correct. I've learned from big mentors. I want to shout out, man, one guy that I really love. He's straightforward, man. His name is Dan Pena. You guys go ahead, tune in to him on YouTube. Man, he'll make you cry. Put it like that. So I know I'm in this business. It's my business. I put it on hold actually, just because I found myself, kind of slacking on that, and that's my income. That's my asset. That's my investment. So I took about 4 weeks, no job, and I just went straight to it, clocking in maybe 40 to 60 hours a week. And with the consistency, the momentum, I started to actually start making that profit without having to invest in anybody. Just me building my own strategy, reaching out to people, getting them on live Zoom calls. I got people out of international now. I got a friend in Moscow, Russia. That's pretty cool. I got a new guy up in I think he said up north in Washington, and we all have some goals and potential with these strategies. And you know what? They really I don't have any business. So I could refer you to, but I will tell you this: I'm building it for myself. I'm not.
Right.
I'm not throwing any. I'm not trying to recruit you, because I've been in the companies like that where they talk about, hey, we'll teach you. Hop on board. They make it seem so good to be true, but then once you want to learn, these people are like, just get more people on board. We'll get more people on board. I thought that's that MLM type of thing, and that's what I thought when I got on board with you. But then at the same time, I said, hey, you know what? She's actually having something to provide for me, that's going
Right,
to benefit me,
right.
man. Credit's important. I already had good credit.
Right.
I messed it all up.
Right.
But now I'm back on track. If I already built my credit before and now I got and I fell off, hey, you know what? That's that mistake we need. Without
Right.
those mistakes, man, we really can't get far in life.
Without that mistake, we wouldn't be right where we're at right now. You see that?
Yes, ma'am. It's amazing. It's a beautiful feeling. You guys could go ahead and look me up on Facebook. My name is Cristian Navarro. On Instagram, I really don't post much about my business, but more of my lifestyle, Navarro CM223. And I'm just so glad that I was able to listen to myself and not somebody at a job like, hey, bro, get your ass over here on time. You know, I make sure, like today, you know, I walked out of the house with a notebook, and I was like, where am I going? I'm not going out with my friends. I'm going out with some business people. We're going to handle some business. This is good.
And the crazy part about it is that we're all homies.
Yes,
You know?
ma'am.
And I've literally ate at tables with strangers who fed me well. But to sit back and eat with those that I know that have scratched my back before, that's a humbling feeling. You know what I mean? It feels good. And then from generation to generation, because look, he's older than me and I'm older than you. Look how that cycle works. It's a pass on. That's the torch.
Yes,
You know what I mean? It's a great torch to have. It's awesome, man. I feel great to sit here and see you. I'm really proud of you.
Thank you.
You know, the momentum that you've set in your business, you know, the people you're going to help, even within your own ventures into investment, you know. Listen, you guys, that's what this is about. This is what we come to talk to you guys about. Bossing up, entrepreneurship, goals for 2021, you know, financial freedom, you know, whether it's, you know, taxes or credit, making sure you understand that these are the things that's going to take you and drive you into 2021 ahead of the game. You guys hearing it for someone fresh off, like he's telling you right now, firsthand, fresh off. I say fresh off because I see great things happen. And listen, this young man is on his way to hitting a promotion in my business. I am so excited because when I look back over it, you guys, I remember the day I called Cristian. And Cristian said, I'm busy right now. I'm working on my Forex. And I was like, okay, no problem. But then I remember when Cristian called me and said, Miss Sai Lena, I got somebody on the line and they want to know more information. See, what happens, you guys, is in time, when you find yourself something that has not only helped you, but you find that helps other people, you're going to stick with it. So find something that you see that's not only going to help drive money into your family, bring you income, bring you whatever kind of desire you have, whether it's financial freedom, time freedom, vacations, no matter what it is, but make sure you're serving someone else. Make sure you're being an inspiration. My goal is to be an impact and an inspiration to someone else. And I know for sure that today I've definitely done that. My goal has been definitely achieved today. Whether it's through this podcast or even right here in this interview, I've seen that me being consistent in my business and me helping a lot of people and also just guiding and mentoring Cristian has gotten him to success, personal growth. He's even pouring it over into his other businesses. So, you know, you want to partner up with people who want to see you win. You know, big shout out to No Invite Podcast for having us on, man. Super excited. You know, I'm going to go ahead and wrap this up with some shout outs. You know, before we get up out of here, I just want to shine light on a few people who through 2021 really shined their own light. You know, I want to definitely shout out Millie, J Millie Hair Care Line. Definitely Samantha Bradford for Pretty Prep Fitness. All right. Definitely Nee Nicole with Custom Designs. Prince Hakeem with his candles. All right. Dee Nilly with the candles. Latoya Williams for her custom business. Listen, you guys, if you need a blunt clip or an ashtray, you definitely want to go ahead and hit Latoya Williams up on Facebook. You know, hit her up. Definitely let her know I sent you. I also want to shout out to Karandra Hart. Kawanda Hart out there in Texas, to Rissa Starter, and shout out to New York, out there in Atlanta. Also want to shout out my personal business mentor, Chanel Johnson, and her husband, Mr. James Johnson, Vice President, Regional Vice President, Mrs. Lakeisha Marion, and my Senior Executive Vice President. Listen, you guys, I'm super excited to be able to shout these people out, because without them, I wouldn't be able to bring a lot of the knowledge that I have, right? Also, I want to shout out my whole team with the financial influencers, my tax team 2021. We on point. Ladies, listen, I want to shout out to Dom out here with the It's a Wrap. Dominic Willis, D. Willis, you guys with the TRP. Definitely want to shout out RiBirth. You guys, if you don't know nothing about them originals, you crazy, you know what I mean?
Yes,
Definitely want to make
yes,
sure you
sir.
copy some of that. And of course, you want to know that you can hit me up on my business links. If you want to know more about what I have to offer, check me out, tupperfinancial.myonestoptaxes.com. Also, you can follow me on Instagram at Selena T. Willis. You can find me on Facebook, Tupper Financial Solutions, or even Sai Lena Miss Tupper. Now, that Miss Tupper is MRSTUPPA Willis. Hey, I'm going to send you that invite. I max out sometime, but that's how you want to find me, okay? I'm going to go ahead and wrap this up. Turn this back over to my boy. Let him get his shout outs. And you want to go ahead and shout somebody? I'm going to turn it over to you, Mr. Christian.
Yes, thank you. I want to go ahead and shout out Kevin Adams on Facebook for logo designs. He was able to bring my logo into the picture, and that's a big step for me. I want to go ahead and shout out to my clients and my future clients, also my new future business for 2021. All future agents, man, you guys can reach out to me on Facebook, Cristian Navarro. It's pretty amazing. Also, RiBirth clothing, man. I have business links. They'll be in the description below. And overall, I just want to say congratulations to you guys for taking the next step forward in your life for 2021. Come on, man. We got this. All you need is us. Blessings, man.
You guys, don't forget, hit me up, 706-587-5124. Also, the Sisters Group. You guys, love you, ladies. And we're going to wrap it up. Thank you guys for your time. We out.
And y'all have it right there. There you go. I didn't have to do nothing because she did it perfectly. But, you know, I wanted to make sure that you guys also, because I got to make sure I do my thing, make sure that you guys subscribe to our YouTube channel on it's called RiBirth Media Films. That's RiBirth Media Films, FILMZ. You could also follow us on Instagram and subscribe at no_invite_podcast. You could also listen to us on any of your favorite podcasting streaming platforms, Spotify, Apple Podcasts, you name it, Pandora. You can find us there. Just look No Invite Podcast, and the rest is yours. Y'all have a wonderful day. 2020 is almost over, and we're ready for that 2021, y'all. Ciao.